We turn now to a look at this week in politics, another Canadian detained in China, and what's on the table when Canada meets with the EU this week. Michelle Zilio from the Globe and Mail is with us this morning with all the news. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Ben. Thanks for having me.
All right, so Beijing now says the latest Canadian detained in China is being held because of a drug case. Now, can we take the Chinese at their word, or is this further retaliation for Canada's detaining of Meng Wanzhou?
Well, it's really hard to say at this point whether it is retaliation. What we are seeing is that we don't know the name of this person yet. We know that they were arrested on drug charges. However, it's not clear if they are linked to the arrests of Michael Spavor or Michael Kovrig, the Canadians who were arrested in December in Beijing of last year. So it's hard to say if it's retaliation yet, but it definitely is the latest arrest in this rise in tensions between the two countries, and any arrest or any action of this kind at this point is concerning to the Canadian government.
All right, well, let's come back to the home front with the Desjardins data breach. It's affected nearly 3 million people, over 100,000 businesses. This is a big deal. Clients' personal information has been leaked all over. That includes names, addresses, transaction habits, social insurance numbers, leading to an emergency meeting yesterday afternoon. What action is being taken?
Well, the Desjardins executive appeared in front of the parliamentary committee yesterday, where he said that he wants to work with government, businesses, and Canadians to improve the personal security of Canadians' data after this breach. He was saying 2.7 million individuals had their data breached. He's saying that he would be willing to work with the government to find ways to improve these kind of things so it doesn't happen again. In fact, some of the members of parliament on this committee had their data accessed in this breach, so that was concerning. They also indicated yesterday that there would be up to $50,000 granted per individual to cover the costs if there was identity theft that occurred as a result of this. So we did learn some new information, but there were still a lot of questions that the Desjardins executive had not yet answered, and I think they're still trying to figure out as a bank.
Michelle, I want to spend a little bit of time on the Canada-EU summit that starts tomorrow in Montreal. What's on the agenda, and what do both sides hope to accomplish when this thing ends?
So this EU summit will be happening in Montreal, and that's starting this week, and it will be with EU leaders Donald Tusk and Jean-Claude Juncker. I anticipate they will be talking about their belief in the rules-based international order and multilateral institutions like NATO, which have come under attack from U.S. President Donald Trump. And this also comes on the heels of a meeting between the NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau yesterday in Petawawa, where Mr. Stoltenberg underlined that he was, pretty satisfied with Canada's defense spending, which has also come under attack from the U.S. president. So I think this is going to be a really a good opportunity for the Prime Minister to show that he has strong alliances still on the global stage. He can look to the EU and know that's there, especially amid this tense relationship with China and, the difficult relationship with Mr. Trump.
Michelle Zilio, thank you so much for being here this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.